We talked about the chemistry and Ionescu.
Best defenders in all of the W.
It's a clean look. And
He's going to go at 18 a game.
Ionescu at Barkley says Clark able to. Laney Hamilton bumps off. Nice look from Clark and
Here.
Yeah, much better rhythm up. We'll put up the three. Yeah.
The extra pass.
Oh, how about that? Confidence back up after the post shoot. Energy, an all-star season ago. Mitchell averaged over 18 points per game. Vandersloot will plop a three and between the double, and Mitchell to shoot. Ionescu came to the corner. There's Clark, a hockey assist as well. Here's Ionescu. Becca, it was 4 games. Clark.
Saw a drive, we saw
Backdoor, Vandersloot couldn't have Kelsey Mitchell the first couple of games. Training camp, they had none of that time. As Vandersloot at 3.
to be thrown a little higher.
Clark. Mitchell racing inside. Boston Jones. That's going to be an offensive foul. Up with a steal. Had Mitchell underneath. Ionescu again. On for New York. Clark. She got Stewart using her side. Turning the corner. Lays it. 18. Liberty in front. The Liberty of shots fading away over Paul. New York. Meanwhile, here's Thornton banging. Flipping it to fact. Stewart. It's foul.
Point field goal percentage as well. Minnesota winning in double overtime.
Boston fading and New York has hit it. They're flipping it down the floor. Back bet. Deep 3. Yeah! New York lead. Wallace's jumper away. Sabrina really extend three-point contest, and then Thornton. 10 seconds left. Cuts inside. Super Smith. The best quarter of her young career. Second quarter at Barclays Center. Fakes the 3, dumps it inside. Wise, it's been a great start for Clark. And to take Burke will fire a 3. Then Thiebish for New York is
the WNBA. Her play over
as Mitchell blurs to the bucket and pass a little off the mark there as she was. Oh, nice give and go. There's Clark and there's Laney Hamilton. The pull-up. Hamilton another chance. She gets some rebounds we're giving up. Mitchell forces it up. Jones. Kind of saw search what you see using the new Google hit. The Sabrina 2's coming out. Here's Boston. Burke bangs in. Katie Lou Samuelson. Pretty lead it by 20. And backdoor. Clark. Burke on the other end. Back Benley. Good attack there. Called on Boston a deep 2. Won't go.
Plenty of people who attended their prom who didn't.
Clark. Thiebish bounces inside. A little bit thrown. And done. Clark has 3. Mitchell. Anyway, excellent pass. And
that maybe we thought weren't going to have 2 W's.
Thank you, Kathy. Quick, great transition. Katie Lou Samuelson lays it against the machine.
Yeah, on the offensive end.
Kitch will hoist the 3 and knock it. Samuelson drives and forces it.
It's not what was supposed to happen.
Boy, Kitch another 3. No. Jack Benley lays it. Back Benley as Stewart. QR code to download now and catch these into the swing of this. Taking a deep one. Can't. He's Jones and Stewart. Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul.
Use the screen. Stay put.
And that's going to do it. Clark's back. 1 to shoot. Boston has to put it up. That's the assignment of the 2-time MVP. Stewart elevates and shooting. Here's Alyssa Smith. Samuelson on the attack. Can't find a Clark, a deep one. 18 points for in New York City as Anderson, the corner, Laney Hamilton. Just a burning, competitive, fading, great look. And Smith. Stewart straight on 3. Silly Miss Lily.
I mean, this is
Ionescu, not that. Katie Lou Samuelson,
the golf.
In, lays it up. Alyssa Smith to a bomb. You could have built your confidence. Not Mitchell.
These are post players. When they start with Connecticut against Brianna Stewart and John Clark.
As great as she already is. Benley. Rims discipline fouling.
Great Britain, her home country. She said it's
end of the floor.
Evie LeBeau special. Rebecca Lowe has achieved that with still.
And I'm curious too how those are recorded.
Stewart, her defender pulls up.
Players around her can do, especially the third.
In for New York and
but her teammates have to get used to that. The face, like there is just a way that you have her Iowa teammates here in the crowd. I'm very excited.
Clark zips it in. Goikic throws lane. Hand it off. Wallace lets it fly.
To the length, you have to throw it up a little higher or something.
Goikic, Wheeler looking to get it into Boston, and I'm sad this season for Connecticut. What we've seen from Kai Harris, Connecticut looks like caught something in the eye. Vandersloot's three. Smith on the attack, lumbers in, points off the deficit with a 12, looking for an angle. Sabali after three. Just another year of the team being together as a group, as Stewart gets called for the
The second one is Handmaid's Tale 2.
right now, Rebecca. To 12, Stewart.
Bag bend my one.
Stewie, 5 in points, rebounds, and blocks. You come up next on ABC as Mitchell, corner, Laney Hamilton.
Certainly fit.
What's in front court you're going up against there. The rest of Indiana just one of a corner. Smith, Huntington will take. Hey! Wow! 3 flowers, but I think there's actually a more. Joe. Here's Boston.
Soup. He's coming out here at Barclays, right?
A history, and they have sold out a blessing for the New York Liberties.
To catch their first game and then say, whoa, I got it.
By the incredible play on the floor. This is a same source that told Holly to take.
Sources, but I do have an answer for them, but it is flower petals.
See? Jones, once she did.
5 starters, the same 5 starters.
Yeah. Katie Lou Samuelson, run. After Indiana. Benijah Laney Hamilton. Good hand is, she's a young age. Could say that about this. Clark was to hit another 5 threes in a game. She's been most effective
In this early part of the season.
Wallace gets the chill, a wide open wing threes. Here, Beebish, back Benley. Wallace will, pounded. The way she's recovered, it's been impressive. Austin turns and flips it. Muscles inside and a foul. Hamilton has 13 points, 4 assists. Clark off.
We just started the season, but this offseason, the desire maybe to play.
Here's Mitchell in connection, and then the flip inside. Last year with the 3 quarters.
Had some really good possessions.
This is in. Clark will lay it. I think you've talked to a fan how much he's been around the women's game. It's unbelievable, obviously. Wallace will take the 3. And
Instant ball screens or when the switches.
Eastern will have that game for you from it. Loses it, flips it up, and in. Take. Catching up on all the action, getting into the swing of this Liberty lead. Here's Clark taking a deep one. Can't. Has 12 points on 4 made threes. Jones and Stewart line with a slight difference game in shot clock. It's going to be an offensive foul.
Once you get there, it's up to your guard to use the screen. Stay put.
Back Benley, and that's going to do it. But guarded by Laney Hamilton. Clark's back. Katie Lou Samuelson with 1 to shoot. Boston has to put it up. 1 for 5 in that first half. Melissa Smith draws the assignment of the 2-time MVP. Jones with 2 to shoot. Stewart elevates it. With 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Melissa Smith. Katie Lou Samuelson on the attack. Can't. It stays here with Indiana. Clark, a deep one. 18 points for Clark. Her first ever game in New York City as Vanders in the corner. Laney Hamilton.
Best there is on and off the court.
Just a burning competitor. Clark with the shot clock fading. Great look. And Smith. Stewart straight on 3. Could have been Miss Rachel or silly Miss Lily.
I mean, this is.
Oh, yeah.
I leave that to you now.
Ionescu, not that. Katie Lou Samuelson. Ionescu.
The golf.
But steal. Clark racing in, lays it up. Alyssa Smith. No, instead it's Ionescu, a bomb. Season or to have some games where maybe you could have built your confidence. Not the hands of Connecticut. Mitchell, disadvantage.
Just think of the life of the Indiana Fever post players. When they start with kinetic, Sun just brutal, and then here against Brianna Stewart and John Paul.
And as Holly talked about, as great as she already is. Back Benley, rims finishing, and maybe a little more disciplined fouling.
NBA since 2019, playing in Great Britain, her home country. She said it
Focuses a lot on the defensive end of the floor.
How about this Stevie LeBeau special, Rebecca Lowe? Multiple threes made in a game. New York has achieved that with still downcourt feeds from Clark.
And I'm curious, too, how those are recorded. Teammate mishandles it. It should be their turnover.
Stewart, Clark trying to take her defender, pulls up.
What this young woman can do and what the players around her can do, especially the third man
here. The reserves in for New York. And
these things before they even develop. But her teammates have to get used to that. My freshman year, I took a lot of basketballs to the face. Like, there is just a way that you have to catch up to. And by the way, I've seen some of her Iowa teammates here in the crowd. I'm very excited.
Or just close more quickly.
Clark zips it in. And Goikic throws. Back Benley. Hand it off. No, two to shoot. Gives it up. Wallace lets it fly.
One of the ones I'm talking about, the length. You have to get used to the length. You have to throw it up a little higher or something.
Goikic. Wheeler looking to get it into Boston. And about the start Dejanay Carrington has had this season for Connecticut. And DeWanna Bonner. What we've seen from Kai Harris. Connecticut. Sabali in some pain. Looks like caught something in the eye. Three. Vandersloot's three. Possession stays alive. Smith on the attack, lumbers in. They've shaved 10 points off the deficit with a 12-1/4. Sabali looking for an angle. Sabali, Liberty lead by 15 after 3. You know, in addition to just another year of the team being together, said they're doing everything together as a group. They're already on book number 2. As Stewart gets called for the off course.
The first one was Handmaid's Tale. The second one is Handmaid's Tale 2.
What are you reading right now, Rebecca? The 23-point deficit has been cut to 12. Stewart.
You mentioned it early in this game, though. Fag Benley just punched that hard end to end.
Stewie, one of 2 players last season who was top 5 in points, rebounds, and blocks. They're up next on ABC as Mitchell. Here's Vandersloot into the corner. Lainey Hamilton.
She looks energized, has legs, certainly fit. Clark Liberty.
Yeah, really talented front court you're going up against there. The rest of Indiana just one of a double. Feeds Wheeler into the corner. Smith unable it. Lainey Hamilton will take. Hey! New York starters have been terrific. Wow. I think it's actually morbid. It's Flowers, but I think there's actually a more Joe's game where she can hang out with Aunt Holly. Here's Boston.
Soup. Stars always coming out here at Barclays, right?
Today, the highest in WNBA history, and they have sold out in our Indiana Fever people. So what a blessing for the New York Liberty.
The people in this area who would catch their first game and then say, whoa, I got
electric in the building, and much of that was fueled by the incredible play on the floor. Are you like me wondering if it was the same source that told Holly to take?
What it feels like.
No, they were different sources, but I do have an answer for what died in the plague. So it is a morbid reason, but it is flower petals.
See? Nursery rhymes that are just happy.
Jones, shape getting flow after she had hurt. Once she did, right out of the gates.
So 5 starters, the same 5 starters.
Yeah. Katie Lou Samuelson ends an 11-2 New York run. After Indiana hand on it. Benijah Lainey Hamilton from the bigger Smith. Good hand about Asia Wilson is she's an athlete and has accomplished so much at a young age. Could say that about this. By the way, if Clark was to hit another 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 threes, in a game. Third game from Clark, no doubt the game she's been most effective.
It's where they've looked the best that they have in this early part of the season.
Wallace gets Clark, gives it up. Mitchell, a wide open wing threes for Kelsey Mitchell, her first start of the year. Beebish will peel back. Benley. 7 to shoot. Wallace will. And rebounds for Clark. Boston surrounded. But defensively, the way she's closed, the way she's recovered, it's been impressive.
Prime shape, it looks like.
Boston turns and flips it. Sabali muscles inside and Clark gives it up. And a foul. Lainey Hamilton has 13 points, 4 assists, 4 threes for Sabrina Ionescu and 5 assists. Clark off Ionescu.
Curious about, as we just started the season, but this offseason, the attention the team is getting this year and the desire maybe to play level of exposure.
Here's Mitchell. Off the deflection from Sabali, the Oregon connection, and then the flip inside. Saw them do it at a historic level last year. With the her 20 points came in the first 3 quarters.
Especially on the offensive end where they had some really good possessions.
Clark drags her out, races in. Clark will lay it. Hey, Holly, I think you've talked to a fan. You know Jason a little bit through how much he's been around the women's game and someone more gracious with their fans. It's unbelievable, obviously, truly wonderful. Pounded back to Clark. Wallace will take the 3 and
more comfortable when blitzed and ball screens or when the switches.
ESPN Monday night, 7 Eastern. We'll have that game for you from it. Boston loses it, flips it up and in. But the Liberty take